Good morning, pre-K. How are you? We're going to be continuing our discussion with water, and we're going to be reading Water Can Be. And we're going to discover all the different forms that water can take and how it helps us and the world around us in various ways. When you are done listening to the story, Ms. Herman has attached in the email to your parents pictures of what looks like a raindrop or a water drop. And you're going to go on a water hunt, and you're going to find different sources of water inside your home, your backyard, anywhere that you can find it. If it's inside your home, Ms. Herman has given you, I believe it's 6 raindrops you can use inside your home. And if you can find any ideas of where you find water outside of your home, you can list them, either write them or take pictures of them, however you want to send them to us. Water Can Be by Laura Purdy Salas. Just want to move over a little bit so you can see the book. Water is water, it's puddle, pond, and sea. When springtime comes splashing, the water flows free. Water can be a tadpole hatcher. So it's a tadpole hatcher because the tadpoles, the frogs, live in here and they hatch inside the water until they turn into frogs. A picture catcher. If you remember when we were talking about light, we talked about reflections, right? And we could see our reflection from the light bouncing off the water here, just like this girl can see herself. Kind of acts as a mirror almost. An otter feeder, because the otter eats the fish that live in the water. And a downhill speeder. Water can be a garden soaker, right? It gives water to the plants, which it needs to grow. And a valley cloaker. That means it's covering the valley in fog, which is also made out of water. A thirst quencher, because the deer is drinking its water from there, right? And a kid drencher, because the kids are playing in the sprinkler. See, that's a source of water maybe you didn't think of. You didn't think, oh, my pool or my sprinkler is a source of water in the summer to cool off. A drink cooler. What do we think of, what part of this do we think is the drink cooler? If you said the ice, you were right. When water turns at a certain temperature, very, very, very cold, it turns to ice. And as we know, ice can keep our drink cold. And a rainbow jeweler. When water and light come together, remember we talked about this when we did light, it shows all the colors of the sun rays and as a rainbow. A homemaker, right? Because, sorry, Miss Mondes has her notes on here. It's a homemaker because a bunch of different animals call water their home. Like right here we see the sea or the ocean, so we could see jellyfish and coral reef. And some fish up here, some more fish down here. Looks starfish. That looks like it might be a blowfish, maybe. And a ship breaker. Oh man, because those waves could break that ship in half. Water is water. It's fog, frost, and sea. When autumn comes chasing, water can be a cloud fluffer. Yes, that's right. Clouds are made of water. And a fire snuffer, because we know water puts out fires, right? A school drinker. And a bruise shrinker. Remember, water when it turns very, very cold, turns into ice. And we can use ice on our boo-boos to make them feel better. So you could see ice comes in a lot. I mean, ice, I'm sorry. Water comes in a lot of different forms. It also has a lot of different ways of not only helping us, but the world around us. A salmon highway, because the salmon travel through the water. An eagle flyway. A storm creator. Oh boy, that's what New York City has looked like, right? The past few weeks. So when, just like ice, and a window decorator, just like ice, which we talked about, when water reaches a certain temperature, it can turn into snow. If it's not cold enough, it'll usually come down as rain. If it's cold enough, it will change into snow. And ice that lines your windows, like frost. A woodchuck warmer, a snowman former. Water is water, it's ice, snow, and sea. Now go and discover what else it can be. So now that you have seen all of these examples of the forms that water take, snow, ice, rain, ponds, lakes, oceans, pools, sprinklers, drinking water, you're going to go around your house and place water droplets on anything that you can find that water comes from and is a water source. That's a fancy way of saying where water comes from. Also linked into the email are 2 more short videos about water and where it comes from and how it makes its way into your home. And if you have any ideas of sources of water that are outside your home, you can draw a picture of them, you can list them, write them, anything you want if you can't stick one of your little water drops on it. Be sure to send us your work and we can't wait to hear from you. Have a good night. Bye.